Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Larson. Thanks for joining me in another episode of Keep It Real. So today is the third part of a three-part series on collagen supplementation. I'll give you a little brief summary of the first part 1 and 2. And so the reason why we're talking about collagen supplementation is because it's kind of all over the place. There's lots of different companies that have come out with a collagen supplement, and as is common in this industry, when that happens, there's lots of kind of fly-by-night companies that throw a supplement together and put it on the market and try to squeeze out a few bucks. And so there's a pretty broad variety of quality of collagen supplements on the market. So I thought it'd be useful to just kind of break down how to look for a good supplement, why should we even take a collagen supplement, and what kind of things to look for on the label. So what we talked about in parts 1 and 2 is that, first of all, there is science behind this. Collagen supplementation isn't something that just popped up overnight without any science. It's actually been studied. There's different collagen types, which we'll go into briefly in just a moment. But basically, there's quite a few studies out there. A lot of them, in my opinion, are not very well done scientifically. But fortunately, there are some studies that have kind of risen to the top and helped to give us some idea about dosage and quality and what collagen types are best for supplementation. And so what we talked about in part 1 was an interesting study I read on how certain collagen types help to support joint integrity. So joint pain and joint degeneration and things like arthritis are really common problems. And there's a variety of things that we can do for that, but one of them is collagen supplementation. So what I discussed in that first part on this series is this the study that I read, and I started taking collagen. I think before that particular episode, maybe I'd been taking it for 4 to 6 weeks, and I actually noticed a pretty significant improvement in some knee pain that I was having. Wasn't from an injury, just kind of a degeneration, inflammation, maybe some early arthritis in the knee, and the knees actually feel great now. So that was interesting. So I thought it'd be something that would be worth discussing, and how I chose the collagen supplement that I'm taking. And then part 2, I discussed that quality is really important when it comes to collagen supplementation, because there's lots of different types of collagen out there, and the kind of collagen I think most people should take is one that has a variety of sources. Because if you just have one source of collagen, then you're going to have a kind of a limited type of collagen type. There's the basic, I'll go into the collagen types in just a moment, but basically there's just a handful of types that are out there, and we want to make sure that we get a broad variety of these collagen types, and that really comes from the different sources of collagen. So what I discussed in the second episode basically was the different collagen sources. There could be beef collagen, fish collagen, chicken collagen, egg collagen, and a lot of the supplements out there have just one source. It'll be from, like, chicken, and it only gives you a certain one of these collagen types. So the collagen types that we're talking about most of the time that you see in supplementation are types 1, 2, 3, 5, and 10. And each of these collagen types help to support certain body tissues. And so what we discussed in that first one is you want to look for a collagen supplement that has a broad variety of types. So far, the highest amount of collagen types that I've seen in a supplement is 5 different types. So that's actually one I take. It's from a company called Pure Prescriptions, and it's called Perfect Collagen. And it has these 5 collagen types. It has bovine collagen peptides. It has bovine bone broth protein. It's got chicken collagen peptides. It's got fish collagen peptides, and it has eggshell membrane. So that's part of the equation. But the other part is, what is the source of all these animal peptides? Because that's really important. And so the bovine sources are from pasture-raised, grass-fed bovine. So that's really important, because you want the highest quality that you can get And the grass-fed pastured bovine is the best source. For the fish, it's all wild caught from wild caught sources. The chicken and the eggs are from cage-free sources. So that's important. So you definitely want to look for that on the label. And if a company has these type of sources, these are you know, more premium sources of these collagen types, and so the company is going to want to brag about that, so they're going to put that on the label. So if you don't find that on the label, then it's very unlikely to be those higher quality sources. And so from that broad selection of collagen sources gives you the different types of collagen. Like I said before, the collagen 1, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 5, and type 10. And that's what really gives you the broad selection, the broad category of amino acids. The more collagen types that you have in there, the broader spectrum and array of amino acids. And it's these amino acids that are really doing the therapeutic effect in the body. So they're going to do things like support your gastrointestinal function. We know that there's a fairly common condition that's called hyperpermeability of the gastrointestinal barrier. Sometimes we just call that leaky gut for short. So when there's leaky gut, there's breakdown of the integrity of the gut barrier. And certain amino acids in collagen are great for repairing that compromised gut barrier. And then we know that these amino acids found in collagen can also be very helpful for bone support, whether that's you know, like an adolescent that's growing, or for somebody who's injured their bone, like a bone fracture, or maybe they have osteopenia, osteoporosis. Whenever we want more kind of support for our bone development or bone repair, collagen peptides can be very helpful in that regard. Same is true with muscles. Muscles require certain levels of amino acids for repair, whether it's you're working out really hard, and when we work out hard we get kind of little micro damage to the muscles, and that which causes the muscles to hypertrophy and grow and become more toned. And so we need certain amino acids for that, and we can find a lot of these amino acids in the collagens. The collagen has been shown to be helpful for this type of muscle support, but also when we have a muscle tear or muscle injury, taking collagen supplementation can help to expedite the healing of those tissues. And then like I talked about at the beginning, and there's studies on this, that for the articular surfaces of joints, that's where the bones connect and make up a joint. And then the joint is surrounded by cartilage, it's surrounded by connective tissue like ligaments and tendons. And these are all made of collagen. And so when we can supply the body with the building blocks of these tissues, then that really helps to expedite repair when it's damaged. And then some of the things that there's actually studies on this as well. Collagen can be helpful for hair, nails, and skin. Also just for overall skin tone, and for basic, you know, your organ systems like your stomach and your liver. There's collagen that is surrounding and supporting these organ systems. And oftentimes we just don't get enough of the right type of amino acids to help support these organ systems. So taking collagen as a supplementation could be, you know, get an insurance against losing integrity of these connective tissues. So there's a pretty wide variety of applications for this collagen supplementation. But those are the things that you really want to look for. You want to find out that they've got multiple sources. Like I said, there's 5 sources in the perfect collagen supplement that I take. And I haven't seen a collagen supplementation that had more than that. And also you want to make sure that it's hitting the broad variety of collagen types. And having the different collagen sources is what's going to give you those variety of collagen types, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 10. And then also you want to consider the source of each of those animal sources. Like for bovine, you want it to be grass-fed. For fish source, you want it to be wild-caught. And for chicken sources, you want it to be cage-free. So source and quality really, really matters. We talked about that from vitamins, a whole variety of other supplements on past episodes. So not everything's created equally. Even if you have to pay $1 more for a high quality supplement, I mean, if you're going to take the supplement, take the highest quality source that's available. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. Even if you're just paying, you know, $1 more per month, it's nothing when quality is so crucial when it comes to nutritional supplementation. So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully you learned a little something about collagen and collagen supplementation. And I'll keep reading the studies, bringing you the information. So until then, keep it real.